shot with nothing to say. I wrote myself into a new storyline. This part was different, this time it was mine. Now I'm lost in my old town. It seems like someone moved the streets around. I was the teenage.
Hello everyone and welcome to the start of the second ever KSR Formula E race. We are here after what was an interesting season opener that we saw 3 weeks ago in Beijing, which saw George Chandler take victory in what really was a fairly interesting race that we saw in Beijing. We saw some overtaking here and there. Now we are here at the Adelaide Street Circuit for the second weekend of the season. It's going to be an interesting one. As the 20 drivers are starting to get accustomed to this championship. There's no actual proper driver change this weekend, even though we do have Nicky Vangaro returning to the cockpit of the Robinson Sports. We have Nicky Vangaro returning to the Robinson Sports. Which is after he had his Formula Renault duties back in Beijing, so could not start that race. He had to go with his Formula Renault duties. The session should be underway very shortly indeed. Just for some reason it claims the mod's not installed when it is. It's having to download the mod from the server, but we can talk during the opening round whilst it does that. We can talk the opening round. But it seemed that MAT had quite an advantage in Beijing, but a lot of drivers did have problems. For the moment, it was George Chandler who took maximum points from the opening weekend. As the music has stopped, we just need to make sure that the mod is installed. It, for some reason, seems to think it's not installed, and I don't know why. It for whatever reason seems to think that the mod is not there. But I think it may have got confused with the fact. But it's going to be interesting. We need to have to obviously wait for the mod to get installed. But the result from Beijing, it was Peter James who did lead the race. And for some reason it's not okay, right. So what? So it looks like we may have to have practice without any of like the TV style, because I don't have time to do any repackaging. Sorry about this, but I just don't I mean, I can sort this out for qualifying, but for practice I'm kind of in a time limit to get it underway. I'd have to restart like the whole game and everything. So looks like we are just gonna have to cope with what we've got, which because we're not gonna see the times, but sometimes you can't get everything you want. I mean, it's just, especially as my PC is being really slow at the moment for some reason. I've not even got much running. I'm just gonna close what I can. It's now loading the game. Just click. The session's about to get we may miss the start of the session, but we're kind of in a rush, so we may have to. With 20 cars on the grid, once again, taking a while with just one car now. I think we are going to miss like the first few seconds. Vangro is obviously, the session is underway. We obviously are not going to miss much. It's right, mate, but we are expecting rain for tomorrow's race. There is a strong possibility of it being wet, as we already do have a car going out on track. It is the Casey car of Dominic Proctor, who has opened the weekend. As Peter James goes out on track as well. Joshua Sutil has gone out on track. Sorry, I actually forgot to switch to the scene. And also, at the moment, providing this is working, we do have live races for this event. So you can follow the session live. As into the final corner goes Dom Proctor. Across the line. Into the first chicane. I think the KSR did make a really good decision bringing this track to KSR Formula E. Because judging by what we've seen so far, it is a track that really suits the car as a typical street circuit, which is what they want to race on. Fifth gear down the straights. Won't show us the gear though. We can view like this, to be honest. We've got live races. As he heads into the final corner. Does Dom. across the line. And he crossed the line to do a 33.3. See who else is on the lap. We've got Peter James on the lap as well, who's going to cross the line. And he goes to the top on a 31.8. Of course, driving that EM-AT car. EM-AT seem to know exactly how to set up this car. Here looking at Georgia Johnson in the IST. Rounding the last corner to cross the line. She goes up into second place. Joshua Suter went fourth. Flora Mackay goes second. 4 tenths off Peter James at the moment. Jack Bullman's got a bit of traffic. Van Gro going out on track, of course, in his first race of the season. He was really looking forward to getting in the car this weekend. Of course, he was disappointed to miss the first race of the season, but he was on the contract to race for D-Tech for the rest of the season. George Chandler's on a lap as well at the moment. He was under contract to race for D-Tech. George has just put in the fastest first sector so far. Steele's gone up to second. A tenth off Peter James. But he missed, obviously he was under contract to race for D-Tech in the KSR Formula E series. Or KSR Formula Renault, I mean, he was under contract to race in. As George Chandler only goes fourth with that, behind Arav Amin, but that was not George's best lap. Only 3 cars have not been out on track yet, and they are Bex Howie, Ellen Oakley and Tomasz Mrozkiewicz. Jack Bullman gets held up by the Casey of Dominic Proctor. And Dominic Proctor's actually being held up, or James Casey's actually being held up by the other electromagnetic car. Here is Scott McLean, who's just finishing a lap in the Dan Mack racing car. Van Gro's got a bit of traffic, so I don't think this is going to be anything special in the form of Emma King. Emma is travelling quite slowly. Jody Van Granberg does a lap. James Casey still going on. Ellen Oakley not been out on track yet. Bex Howie's just gone out there in the Helix car. But Arav Amin looking quite good this weekend. Dominic Proctor brings his car into the pits. As does Peter James. Let's see what Bex Howie can do, because she showed good pace in the first round. And looking like she could be possibly a championship contender. Could Bex. Ellen Oakley is the only person who's not been out on track yet. There's Bex really using the... Whoa! Really clouting the curb there. Of course, these cars are so stable on the curbs. Except for if you hit them too heavily. As we've seen in the real Formula E. We're 20 minutes into the session at the moment. Mrozkovic goes on, is going out on track, so is Oakley. Mrozkovic went into the pits. Oh, Mrozkovic lost his front wing somewhere. So now let's actually have a look at what happened on the replay. So we're going to look at a replay as to what happened to Taras Mrozkovic, who clearly has managed to throw his car into the wall somewhere. So what actually happened? Oh, it happened here. So on the inside of, I think that's Amin. Oh, that is a big crash. Surprised it didn't actually rip off the wheel of his car. So Mrozkovic has found the wall at turn 3. He was trying to let Amin go, and then kind of lost concentration in the process. But that is Mrozkovic. He might be able to get the car fixed. Bex Howie went up to 8th. Now here we're looking at Ellen Oakley, who did show impressive pace. Vangro's on a clear lap, his first in the session. Puts him up to 16th, but obviously the car will not have as much energy left. You're looking at the Robinson sports car of Ellen Oakley. Really clouting the curbs. Down the straight. Up to the hairpin. Down the run, now into the race course section, the purpose-built section of the track, using the curb on entrance to the final corner. His first lap of the session, her first lap of the session. Crossing the line goes Ellen, up to 10th. So Peter James going back out on track in the EMAT. The only driver who hasn't set a time yet, Taras Mrozkovic, who managed to find the wall. So here is Ellen Oakley. As Bex Howie goes up into 6th. James Casey heads into the pits. Of course, Tomasz Roskovic still in the pits. Now here we're looking at Peter James to see if he can further improve his lap. Ollie Steele going out on track in the Kingfisher. You can just see how Peter's negotiating this section of track. Really using the high curbs. In that EM80 car. Heading up to the hairpin. Now into the race course. Up to the final corner. Across the line. No improvement. 32.1 he did. Tomasz Roskovic has gone back out on track and he's doing a lap now. He was okay in the opener, but wasn't really like front running pace. As Jack Baldwin goes out on track in the Electromanic. Down the straight goes Roskovic. Up to the hairpin. Backing off to it, maybe his car's still a bit damaged from the incident. Oh, understeering at the final corner there is Roskovic. Quite terribly, in fact. 14th, 13th he goes, he lost a bit of time at the final corner. Let's see what Jack can do in the Electromag. As Van Gogh exits the pits beside him. So here is Jack Baldwin. In the very distinctively livery Electromanic car. Car really jumping around. Princess Highway, now up towards Rundle Road. Up to the hairpin. Into the race course. Let's see what Jack is capable of. He topped practice in Beijing before he got held up in qualifying. He gets a good exit off the final corner as he crossed the line. It improves, but doesn't improve him from 8th. Now looking at Nicky Vangaro. In his Robinson Sports car. And we've got a bit of debris on the road. Who's that from? Oh, George Chandler's been in the wall. So let's see what happened. George Chandler has found the wall. Could he have problem with the car? The only thing why he was driving like that. He's turned in way too early. Something's wrong with it. Was wrong with his car. There's no reason why he could have been doing that on purpose. So clearly there was a technical issue on his car. There. So George Chandler has had a technical problem on his car. Joshua Sutil's gone up, someone else has improved. Daniel McDonald improves up to 6th. So Daniel McDonald's trying to find some pace in the Dan match. Oakley's just exited the pits. 8 minutes left of the session. Here we're looking at Emma King, who's down in 19th. Bit off down there. May have had to back off slightly there for the Cesarez or Tyler Moskvich entering the pits. She does go up to 11th though, but unable to crack that top 10. She'd be a mystery. I'm expecting her to be a champion contender, and it's not happened for her so far. Way behind her teammates, especially. Vangaro gets into the top 10. Whoa, what's it? Side by side with Dominic Proctor. Here's Oakley, who's got 3 cars ahead. Not sure if they are going to affect her on this lap. But the way that these drivers are doing this is within 24 hours the race would have been completed, all the points would have been scored. moved into the race course. You have to back off slightly for the two down max, and then honestly it's like the final quarter is not been a very good end to that. But she goes up to 8. James Casey looking a bit off down in 16th. Five minutes left on the clock. Down the straight goes James. Up to the hairpin. Into the final corner goes James Casey. No improvement in terms of position. Well, that wouldn't be an improvement. Baldwin looking a bit off down in 11th. But it's so competitive here. Particularly in the top 10. Well, Bex Howie drifting her way in the pit lane there. And here is King. On board with Proctor, there's no more skeleton helmets this weekend. I'm sure some people will be different to hear. Here you're looking at steel. You're looking at Jack Baldwin. Who enters the pits. He's lost his front wing somewhere. I don't know what's happened here. So we've seen quite a few incidents so far today. So now let's have a look. So where did Baldwin go off then? Oh, did exactly what Moskowitz did. Ironically, with Moskowitz alongside. He only just went a little too close to the barrier, so it was quite a small margin for error there. So you're looking at Daniel McDonald. And that is the end of the session as Beck's Harry going out and presuming for a practice start. So that's the end of the session. It's Peter James who ends up fastest. Ahead of Holly Steele and Arab Amin. So the session has come to an end. Peter James, who has topped the session, ahead of Steele, Eamon and Chandler. Been an interesting session. That is it from the KSR Formula E series here in Beijing and here in Adelaide. We have qualifying which takes place at 9 in the morning tomorrow. And then we have the race, which takes place at 12 tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for qualifying. Goodbye.